Stream, turn it off. The show's not for you. Alright, what's up, Lungo? This is 2019 Carrera S, share code 108905132. And you need to check out the third track. So let's install that onto my Carrera. Which, who doesn't love a Carrera? If you don't love a Carrera, then fuck yeah. I like them apples. Fuck yeah. Okay, so now go to the event lab and find the third track. Ungo Scrungo de Damnation. 811 907 542. That is the track. Holy crap, 12.3 miles. Well, away we go. Basically, Longo needs me to test the Carrera and the Viper, and he didn't have enough time to test both tunes versus each other. Besides that, it's best to have someone else test it anyways. He made tunes, he made tracks. Best to have someone else test it anyways. So, here we go. Good launch on the Carrera there. Buy some time for the others to get get something activated. Ooh, but the brakes are a little stiff for me. That's okay. I'll just turn on anti-lock brakes for the race. It's one of those things that you can do. One of those things you can do if you're actually tuning for other people. You can set up your brakes for people that drive with anti-lock. So here's why I think you should do that. If you have anti-lock brakes turned off, or even if you don't have anti-lock brakes turned off, you should tune all of your tunes for those people that drive with anti-lock brakes turned off. Why? Because it doesn't affect you as someone who drives with it on. Your brakes operate exactly the same. The only way that you could get around not tuning for it, right, is if you don't have access to the race brakes. If you don't have access to race brakes, then fine. But if you do have access to race brakes, or you're using them on your build, you ought to just make sure that the brakes work for those who drive with anti-lock brakes off. All you have to do is lower the pressure, and then figure out where you prefer the bias. If you prefer the brake pressure to be biased towards the rear, then you're going to want to put the slider actually towards front, because, like, say it's on 25. That actually means 25% of the pressure is for the front, 75% of the pressure going to the back. It's kind of counterintuitive, but not really if you think of it in that sense. But the reason you should do this is because, well, then you can, anybody who uses your tune, it works for them. You don't like, because there are a good amount of people that drive with anti-lock brakes turned off. And basically, if you don't make your tunes work for them, then you're missing out on that entire range of people that they may like your tunes otherwise, but they can't drive it because the brakes don't work for them. So the people that use anti-lock brakes, well, it doesn't matter, right? The brakes are gonna work for them. People that don't use anti-lock brakes, well, the tunes don't work for them, so you can't get any of them to work. So there is no disadvantage if you're using race brakes to tune it for people that turn ABS off. Like myself. looks like there's somebody here watching the stream. I have to watch it. What the hell? Get out of here. Get off my lawn. Brakes aren't too bad here. They're just barely locking up on me. They're locking up, but they're not so bad. Some of them are, well, if you turn the brake pressure up, basically stopping anybody turn safe. It's more than being able to use your brakes. If you turn the pressure up, it automatically locks up the brakes. The brakes lock up going into a corner, forget turning. It's a given. You're going to be sliding, your car's not. These aren't so bad. Like I said, when I do this event, since the tunes are locked, I will turn ABS on for this event. What I mean by locked is that the tunes are cable. I don't have the opportunity to tune my own car, so I'll just turn ABS on. It's not like it's that big of a deal. I'm not even sure if it really. I mean, it must be worth it, right? There's a reason it's there. I don't know if it's improving my lap times or not yet, but to be fair, I've only been racing about 2 weeks, maybe less than that with my brakes off. So it's not really like I can truly judge whether or not it's helping. I know it's changing the way I tune that much better. I'm tuning now, obviously, for anti-lock brakes often. I actually like it. I'm able to, once you start tuning your brakes, man, it changes. Being able to, you know, I never really worried too much about bias, whether it's towards the front or rear. I definitely never really considered the pressure, since when I have ABS on, I'm driving into the red. I'm slamming on the brakes and letting the ABS do their thing. Probably what you should be doing, unless you're a brake whisperer. I was never good at that anyways. But with anti-lock brakes off, what I'm able to do is I'm able to turn the pressure way down, which is what I do actually. Turn the pressure way down. So I can get on the brakes as early as I want to. And so it lets me set up my turn better. Like, because when your brakes are like really tough, as soon as you step on the brakes, you're losing a ton of time, right? But if your brake pressure is way down, you can step on the brakes and it doesn't affect your time so much because it's pressure's down, right? So you can set up your corners better. Like, I'm really enjoying that aspect of it. I don't think it's making me faster yet, but I'm not going to be surprised if one day I'm much faster for it. I'm not going to try and convince somebody to learn to drive with ABS off. It's pretty easy to drive with it on. I'm not sure that turning it off outweighs. I mean, for one thing, if you turn it off, now all of a sudden you have to put race brakes on all the time. And it's just a given. So I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure how much the devs thought about it. They're telling the devs, I don't know. I don't know that I trust them to have made it worthwhile to make sure that you're driving ABS off and you have to use race brakes on every build. Is it worth the cost of PI instead of going using, you know, you use that somewhere else, like for power or something? I'm not sure that they made it worthwhile. You know, it could be a huge waste of PI. That would be pushing it. But I think that's why one of the things that you do get, one of the things that you'll notice if you do install race brakes, it takes a lot of weight off of your belts. So probably definitely way more than turning race brakes on in real life would take off your car. I'm not sure it would take off any weight, right? Like maybe, I guess if they're going from like, I don't know, lighter weight brake rotor or something, maybe a titanium rotor instead of, I don't know. I don't really know. But so that's that. We're in a 754. basically 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 54 seconds in Carrera S. Now we're going to jump into the 2016 Viper and do it again. I'm doing it again. Pretty sure that Viper is a Dutch. Ooh, I like this Viper. It's a good Viper. Getting this Viper. And we'll go and see if I have any built for it already. We'll delete them. Oh, Lungosville. Air code 152199106. That's the 26 Viper. Upgrades and tunings. My setups. We have Zero stingy with De Niro. Might bite your wrist, but that's it. Might fuck it. I might wipe you. I don't even know. Alright, so find some tuning setups. We want the CIA's download and installation. I don't know where the CIA drives Vipers, but sign me up. I built this shitty on rock and roll. Wi-Fi Rush. Never heard of it. Where was I? The dark side of modern Forza. Bum bum bum. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I needed those direct message. There we go. Okay, so now let's head back. Aim track. Built this city on rock and getting the Twitch up on my. Hey, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, everybody. Alright, there we go. One thing I have to do, I have to paint this car before we get any further. Gotta paint the whip. It's mayonnaise colored Viper Miracle. Oh, wait. Doing painting it. I'm painting the car, you dumb. Ooh, oh. Come here, man. Much potential. Ooh, fuck yeah. Oh, white Viper. Do not fuck with me in white Viper B. Damn, this car's got some full color scheme. Huh? Colorways? Sure. Come on now, game. Wrap it up, buddy. It's just a paint job. Move a little faster. Fudge. Fudge, I say. Longo got me rally compound. It's not a bad thing for S1, especially if we're going to be racing off-road, which we are, but let's see how quick the brakes lock up. So let's get onto a straight. This is more or less a straight. This is fast enough on 50. Fast enough on 150. Oops, that's the wrong. Both locked up pretty much the same time. Front's locked up a little bit early. Alright, so let's get after the race now. Nation 811-907-542 12.3 mile custom on road off-road race for CIA running from a Demon Beaver. Get somewhere. Learn more about it tomorrow. Make sure you watch. Not supposed to be watching right now, but if you are watching right now, make sure you watch tomorrow. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Buy some time for the others to get the Tri-Gate activated. You can send the demon back to hell, is basically what's going on. You don't want to miss that. So I'm going to have to look how fast the brakes are locking up for me there. gonna have to turn the lights on when I'm driving this car because it's gonna actually really negatively affect my times. Try and use my vision to brake. Probably just turn it in because this is fucking speed. But I'll, like I said, tomorrow during the event, it's on. But yeah, definitely watch tomorrow. I'm going to spend a ton of time putting this event together. If you've never seen it, what we do is we do custom event lab races. Not event lab, but custom races. This one just happens to be all event lab tracks that Lungo made. He made a maze. It's a whole thing with the story. Like, yeah, I think Lungo went all, I mean, I know he went all out. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's not just your average watch these people races. It's racing with the purpose. We're trying to kill a demon beaver. It's important to kill a demon beaver, right? You guys are the best. So we're gonna kill a demon beaver. This fucking beaver has been haunting the Discord server for fucking 2 months. I can't wait to kill this fucker. He's been terrifying my friend Longo. Stalks him at work. It's been a real fucking nightmare. So the demon beaver is getting fucking sent straight back to hell tomorrow. And I'm super pumped about it. And you should be pumped about this as well. So make sure you watch the races tomorrow. Sending a demon beaver back there. You know what game I've been playing lately? So I actually thought, but I bought Elden Ring and I bought Horizon Forbidden West. They must have came out about the same time. Once Elden Ring came out, I stopped playing Horizon Forbidden West, or maybe I just played it here and there. I actually played maybe the first like couple hours of the game. I thought I played none of it, but it's been like a year and a half. I'm finally like playing the game now. It's really good. There's one thing I hate about it. I'm not a big puzzle guy. I hate, like, in God of War, how they solve puzzles. In Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, Aloy has puzzles to solve. You have to drag this crate over here, and then pull on this beam to make it fall down, and then you have to do some other nonsense. I just hate it. It really makes me, like, it ruins the immersion for me. Like, I don't want to do your dumbass puzzles. If I wanted to play a dumbass puzzle game, I would have bought a dumbass puzzle game. It's like Horizon Forbidden West is like a role-playing adventure game. Why am I puzzle solving? I hate it. Should at least like give us, I don't know if they do, maybe they do give you the option to like auto solve puzzles. There's no way they could. That was one thing that was cool about like Forspoken had these puzzle chests, like you find these chests, like treasure chests, loot chests, and some of them would be like special loot chests, and they would have a lock on it. You have to solve the lock to get it open. Kind of like the game where you used to pick locks. What is that called? The zombies, you face kick them. One of us or something? No. You know what game I'm talking about, with the zombies and shit, and you're like flying, not really flying, but like grappling. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the lockpick. I hated that, man. I hated the lockpicks. You had to craft locks, where you had to craft the lockpicking things, and then you had to like kick around to open it up, and I was never good at it. So anyways, I hate that. But what Forspoken had was when you get to these loot chests with the puzzles on it, you could just go into the setting and turn that bitch off. Like, you could just automatically open even the locked puzzle chests. Like, you walk up there, automatically open it. I think it's like a great idea. If you want to dick around with puzzles, then dick around with puzzles. If you don't want to dick around with puzzles, you shouldn't have to. Make up your fucking mind. Like, either it's a role-playing game or it's a puzzle game. I don't want to play your fucking hybrid role-playing puzzle game. So douchebag, maybe I'm a crabby old man, whatever. I make some valid points though about me being a crabby old douchebag. Definitely valid. Then I should mention. It's just something I'm thinking about. So I'm thinking about. And maybe I'll leave that for another. Let me just let you know. I don't care who you are. What you do. I don't care who you love, who you want to fuck, and who fucks you. I don't care about none of that shit. So, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to literally. And I mean that in the best possible way. I don't think it's anybody's business. Maybe I can ask Lungo to make me a different version of these tunes with the brake pressures turned down. I mean, otherwise the tunes are great. I'm having to come into the corners much slower, but can't use the brakes. Maybe what happens when I step on the brakes. Wasn't so bad, but I couldn't literally like lock up had I not braked in time. Basically these brakes lock up instantly as soon as I step on it. Brakes are locked up. You see how I can't like turn it all there? Brakes are locked up, there's no way to turn it off. Anyways, I know it's not like I can turn it again. No. And I will. I'll turn it again. But, so, I got a little bit faster time in the Viper than I got in Porsche. So that's voting. I suppose that's what Longo wanted to know, but I was really close. Seconds difference between the two. To be fair, I drove the Viper second, so you would expect the first car to be a little slower than the second. But there you go. That's what Longo wanted me to do. Tested his vehicle. Tested the vehicles. So, let's do something else, shall we? Oh, yeah, I got something for your ass. Got something. I got something for you. Something. A Ferrari. Ferrari. Buy another Ferrari. We're gonna go car shopping. Fuck yeah. Car shopping. Fuck yeah. Car shopping. Fuck yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna kill this stream.